This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
So lab-grown meats, we polled consumers through our market research team and looked at what do consumers think about lab and plant-based alternative products. And when you look at the 2 years, it's basically flat. About 55% are aware of lab-based substitutes, and about 65% of consumers are aware of plant-based substitutes. So it's strictly awareness. Do they know they exist? When we ask them what's the best source of protein, this is how they line food products up. You can see on the left what they think is the best source of protein, and on the right, what they do not think is a good source of protein. So you can see the spread there from beef, eggs, poultry, and on the right are cricket flour products. Anybody tried one? They are strange. They are very strange. Then the plant-based, and then the lab-based on the right. So consumers are not thinking these are high-quality protein products. When we look in comparison 2017, 2018, you see, again, very similar in they continue over the last year, even though there's been more coverage through the media, they still believe that sources of protein that come from beef, eggs, and poultry are higher quality and better protein as compared to any of the alternatives. The key thing to remember, though, as we transition into Danielle's talk, when we polled consumers and asked them what they think about lab-based or cell-based meats, the majority of them do not see them as an alternative. They do understand that lab-based started with a cell of an animal. So they see them as very similar as far as what the end product will be, that it is still a beef protein. That's very different than the plant-based. They understand the difference in those. So when you ask them, how would you describe these products? What you see in green are the words that they utilize that would be positive attributes for lab-grown products. The red are the words that would be the negative attributes that they see for these products. So things that they see as positive for lab-based are things like sustainable, saves the animals, they are a meat substitute. What they see for as negative is they see them as fake. They see them as something created in a lab in a test tube by a mad scientist. So there is this dichotomy of their perspective here. But I think what's the most interesting is on the right. If they were going to convince a friend to try a lab or cell-based product, the words they were used is what you see on the right. They would tell their friend that it's healthier, it's cleaner, it tastes the same, it's humane. I love it, human. Okay, that's what they say. They say human. They often confuse the words. But the treatment of the animals is something that they're concerned about. So they see this grown in the lab is being something that is better for the animals. So lastly, as Danielle comes up, I just wanted to share with you particularly the things on the right. So we talked to consumers. What do they see as the most positive attributes of the lab-based products? And that's where the blue lines are important. So you can see what they think are the strengths of those products are sustainability, clean, healthy, responsibly produced or raised. What our strengths as a beef product are things like taste, fewer ingredients, less processed, and even safety.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways, of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at kfrm.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app, or on Ag AM in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, tune us in. You'll be glad you did.